I didn't really get to do anything notable last year for the holidays, and I'm not making the same mistake this year. So fuck it. Let's watch a popular Christmas movie I've never seen before. Arthur Christmas? Santa Claus 3? Elf? Ew, no. 1990s Home Alone. Judging on everything I've heard, the little clips I've caught wind of online, and from the details my mom told me when she first saw it, I thought Home Alone was overrated, and that the only thing keeping it popular was A, nostalgia, and B, Christmas. But you will not believe me when I tell you this. Upon my first ever viewing, my perspective has forever changed. Home Alone is actually worse. It's actually worse than I thought. Not gonna lie, for being, quote, one of the most popular and beloved Christmas classics ever, Home Alone was honestly a disappointment. I wanted to know why everyone considers this film a classic outside of nostalgia, but that's all I got. And someone out there watching this video is probably like, oh, you obviously never grew up with this film, lol. Yeah, well, I never grew up remembering The Sound of Music, yet I gave that film a 10 out of 10 on Letterboxd. It's well-paced, has likable characters, great character growth, a fantastic story, memorable soundtracks, and threatening antagonists. Home Alone has all of that, but the exact opposite. It's just boring and tedious and a tiny bit irritating at times. The middle drags out so hard with meandering bullshit. Kevin going from one place to another, the wet bandits sit around the neighborhood eyeing the house, and the mom gets into wacky shenanigans at the airport. All of this really means nothing and could be left out or forgotten. There is a subplot that's kind of okay, where this old neighbor is painted out to be a killer, when in actuality he's just lonely, with an estranged son who he wants to talk to again. He then comes back in the end, helping to finish off the wet bandits, and gets reunited with his son. I thought that was good. It's much better than watching the mom bribe people or talk with this annoying band performer. The most interesting part is the third act, as you'd expect. The traps are clever and fun, and that's about it with the third act. The stakes are high, but the tension is flat because Mario and Luigi are incompetent comic reliefs. Even the serious one, Joe Pesci, who just stands under a blowtorch. And another reason the tension is flat is because Kevin isn't taking the entire break-in seriously once they get inside. He doesn't call the police and keeps egging the bandits on.
We're gonna get you!
Okay, come and get me!
Dude, shut the fuck up and hide! With the beginning of the film, I know this part is made fun of a lot on the internet, but after actually seeing it for myself, it baffles me. The family is so unrealistically horrible to the point of being comedic. I kept thinking to myself, there's no way they are actually like this all the time, right? I mean, you're a disease? Look at what you've done, you jerk. This last one was said by the uncle. What the fuck? How has Kevin not gone mentally insane or become severely depressed? Everyone seems to hate and neglect him.
Everyone in this family hates me.
Then maybe you should ask Santa for a new family.
This monstrosity of a family doesn't even get redeemed at all. They all come home, the mom hugs Kevin while the dad doesn't, I noticed. One of the brothers compliments him for not burning the house down, and then everybody just pieces out and leaves Kevin alone. The family was even like, you went shopping? Ha! Pixar, it didn't happen. It felt like we achieved nothing in the end. No character growth at all. A preferable, more satisfying ending would be Kevin admitting that he's glad his family's back and his parents sorry for leaving behind. The siblings, meanwhile, see the burglars across the street and feel bad for underestimating Kevin. Or, even better, you have it where Kevin and Catherine O'Hara fly to Paris, only to find out their family flew back home early to Chicago to see them, and they're apart from each other again. Not this shit where they show up the exact same time the mother does, which, yeah, that meant that if she had waited for the plane, it would have taken her the same amount of time to get back, and the film wouldn't have been taken up by this B-plot. I can't believe I'm getting pissed off at Home Alone, so I'm just gonna finish up with these last few opinions. The score by John Williams is alright, even though it's noticeably weaker compared to his other pieces. Not once on my first viewing did my brain actually acknowledge the soundtrack, other than the licensed Christmas songs. A lot of the acting was good, with Joe Pesci being the best one. And even though Kevin can be obnoxious and stupid, he's at least sympathetic. I'm giving the 1990 Home Alone movie a 3 out of 10. I was clearly out of its targeted demographic, and it honestly baffles me that Home Alone got as popular as it did. And I know people are going to be upset with my take, and honestly, it's only a matter of time before an angry mob shows up at my door. Guess it's time to move again.